Hello, everyone. This is Jamie Pham, and welcome to the first episode of Onward and Upward. It is currently 5 p.m. on Tuesday, May 8th. I got home yesterday from tour and I slept pretty much all afternoon and into the evening. So I couldn't go back to sleep. And I stayed up pretty much throughout the night. And I caught up on news articles and emails that was pretty much backed up from when I was out on tour. And I thought to myself that maybe I should start this podcast that I've been talking about for the past couple weeks. I tend to let things pile up and then rush to finish them all like I'm sure most people do, and I think that's called procrastination. I think I have to look that up, and if it's not, I'll edit this and put it in the right term for that. But anyways, but yeah, I was out on tour for the last 4 days or so with a band called Audiocrati from Rosemead, California, and we opened up for the legendary punk band The Descendants. The first show was last Thursday in Ventura at the Majestic Ventura Theater. It was a pretty good show. The venue's pretty nice too. It's right down the street from the beach, and it was a sold out show. I believe it was 1,300 people there, and it's a great way. It was a great way to start off the tour, and but we had to leave right after the show because we drove throughout the night to San Jose because our bassist cousin lived there and he had a house for us to stay in. Slept for a few hours, woke up, got some breakfast, and drove for a few more hours to Chico for a show at the Senator Theater. And I haven't been to Chico or that place before, so it was pretty cool. The show was pretty good too. And afterwards, we drove for a few hours back down to Sacramento and played a show that night at the Ace of Spades for Cinco de Mayo, or as the Descendants called it, Cinco de Milo, in honor of their singer named Milo. And it was a lot of fun too. Another sold out show, and the next night we're in Berkeley for the last show of this leg. 3 out of the 4 sold out shows ain't bad because they haven't played a show since I think 2006, 2007. I can't remember, but it's been about 12 years since their first show, since their last show, and to come back to reunite, play three sold out shows to great crowds isn't too bad at all. We're playing another leg of this tour in October where we'll hit up Portland, Seattle, and Spokane, and I'm really looking forward to those shows because I haven't been up to Seattle in a very long time, and hopefully I'll get to spend time around the city as well. But overall, it was lots of fun. There weren't any problems at all, which is always good because everyone was easygoing, and we had a great time during those 4 days. And again, my body is just still wrecked from from just being just from the lack of sleep. And even if I did sleep, it was just sitting up in the van, or I slept on floors pretty much the whole time, the all 4 nights. And I haven't done this in a while, and it just shows because I'm just getting older. My back hurts. I have like a lingering headache from, I guess, from not drinking a lot of water. I've just been busy, or I didn't want to drink too much water on drives because, so I didn't have to pee a lot, so we didn't have to stop and waste more time. And on the other hand, it was a really surreal experience because this was a band I listened to in high school. Now I have the chance to work with them and call them my friends. Maybe they don't feel the same way, but whatever. I'm just kidding. I'm pretty sure they do. I think. I brought along my Zoom recorder to document the journey, interview some of the guys, and I am going to review the audio files in a bit to see if I can put together a little mini series or something about them reuniting after all these years, and let's see if I can make something out of this. But yeah, this concludes my first episode of Onward and Upward. I know I talked about having long form interviews before, but I've been focusing more and more on Mouth Off Network lately. That my podcast network that I have with two buddies of mine. We're launching two new shows soon. One this week and one next month. And I've just been really, really busy putting those two together. And at the same time, working on the Queens of Crime, the show we do have now. So that along with planning and preparing for the tour has taken up a lot of my time. So that's why I've put like pretty much the long form part of this podcast on the back burner for now. But at the same time, I still wanted to put out content for the show. I still wanted to actually record stuff, even if it's just maybe 5-10 minutes at a time. Again, I just really wanted to put stuff out there. I didn't want to wait until inspiration struck me. I just wanted to turn on the mic and just talk into it and release it and see where it goes. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, I think this is the third time I recorded this episode because I've had difficulties, technical difficulties each time, and I'm just an idiot. But I'm still learning. I guess the point I'm trying to make is that it doesn't have to be perfect. Of course, I want to put out a polished show. I don't want to put out a shitty product. If you have anything you want to ask me or have any feedback, just feel free to email me at onwardandupwardshow@gmail.com and follow me on social media. I'm pretty much at JamiePham, JamiePham as in Mary, on all the big platforms: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, etc. And don't forget to subscribe so you can get new episodes instantly. Thank you again, and remember to always be yourself.